San Diego 6 News in the morning. Your station for balanced news.
Well, when it comes to housing, experts say it's a buyer's market. And if you're a first-time home buyer, not only is there a federal tax credit, but there's also a California tax credit when you purchase a home in 2009. Matt Battiata is here to talk to us more about these tax credits and about his forecast for the rest of 2009 when it comes to this housing market. Thank you so much for being here, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
You've been here before, and we've been following kind of your trip to Washington and all the work you've kind of done to maybe help this San Diego housing market. One thing I want to ask you right off the top is about this tax credit that some first-time home buyers could receive. Do you think that that's getting people excited? Do you think there's some type of turnaround?
Sure. I think that the fact that it's very affordable now, relatively speaking, compared to the way it was, we got down to a 9% affordability index in San Diego. So 9 out of 100 people could afford a median-priced home, which is, of course, ridiculous. Now, for the state of California, we're already at a 45% affordability index. The median price, home value in California, is down to $245,000, which is very, very low. So the affordability index, I think that's more what people are excited about, is that it's affordable, and we've got historic interest rates. So, you know, under normal circumstances, we'd say, this is unbelievable. We've got incredible affordability, we've got low interest rates, prices are lower than they've been in years. But your next question is, are we at the bottom?
It is. How'd you guess that? Are we at the bottom? I know this is something so many people are wondering, because we do want to take advantage of this time, but I know a lot of people are scared too. Unemployment is up. So what do you have to say about the bottom?
Well, you got to remember, it's the same mob psychology. When the market was, you know, when we were at a 9% affordability index and almost nobody could afford to buy a home, and there were multiple offers on everything, and you know, homes were flying off the shelf, and we were at the peak of the market, people were you know, falling over themselves to buy. Now, when of course it is a bargain, people are worried, gee, you know, should I wait? The truth is, we're not at the bottom, unfortunately. But the reality is, we're not going to know the bottom until we pass it. So, you know, we were talking about before the segment, if you're a buyer who wants to, you know, wants a roof over your head, doesn't want to rent anymore, or starting a family, go buy. If you're an investor and you want to flip a house, you're probably going to get hurt, and you shouldn't do it. But it doesn't really matter if we're at the bottom if you're buying for the long term.
So one thing maybe to just, when you're in this, when you're trying to decide when to buy, you need to think about what you're doing it for, I guess is the best way to put it. Talk to your realtor, make sure they know what your interests are, basically, right?
You know, and in this market, you really need good representation. There's a lot of deals out there. There's a lot of bank-owned stuff. There's a huge wave of foreclosures that's still coming. So we have a website, for example, called San Diego Repo List, where people can just search foreclosures. There's some incredible deals where you can buy things from the bank. I said a few years ago that you'll be able to buy a 2-bedroom in downtown San Diego with a view of the bay for under $300,000 from the bank, and that's almost happening. It's going to happen. There are deals out there, so foreclosures are great deals. Short sales, which we talked about earlier, you have to be patient as a buyer, but you can get some incredible deals on short sales as well.
What about some of these short sales? Do you see them turning into foreclosures possibly?
A lot of them do, because, well, I don't know that you mean, the banks right now have a lot of homes that they've already foreclosed on, this is interesting, that they have not yet put on the market. They're literally sitting on thousands of homes that they're going to be putting on the market. I don't think you want to look at a short sale and say, well, eventually that's probably going to get foreclosed on, although a lot of them do. I think when you make an offer on a short sale, you want to make sure that the listing agent who's negotiating with the bank knows what they're doing and is experienced with short sales, because then you can get an incredible deal. Short sales really can be incredible deals, as can foreclosures, as can, by the way, just a regular listing on the market that the seller's been willing to price competitively.
All right, Matt Battiata, thank you so much. Some great tips and advice. Of course, for more on this topic, you can just go to our website, san diego6.com. A lot of people interested in this, so thank you so much.